The book of Genesis spoke of 4 rivers flowing from the Garden of Eden. Do these rivers really exist? If they do, where are they geographically located? As with many aspects of the Bible's creation account, the location of the 4 rivers is obscured in mystery. In this video, we will attempt to locate their modern-day locations using the Bible and historical sources. The 4 rivers that flowed out of Eden were Pishon, Gihon, Hiddekel, and Euphrates. The book of Genesis 2 verse 10 says, "Now a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it parted and became 4 riverheads." Verse 11 mentions that the name of the first is Pishon. It is the one which skirts the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. Havilah is the source of precious jewels used by the Amorites. The Amorites were an ancient northwest Semitic-speaking Bronze Age people from the Levant. Initially appearing in Sumerian records, circa 2500 BC, they expanded and ruled most of the Levant, Mesopotamia, and parts of Egypt from the 21st century BCE to the late 17th century BCE. While the exact location of Havilah is debated, various scholars suggest it might be southwest Arabia or north Somalia. Verse 12 tells us that the gold of that land is good. Bdellium and the onyx stone are there. Bdellium is known to the Greeks as a fragrant, resinous gum, several kinds being mentioned by Dioscorides and Pliny. It was a product from the regions of Arabia, India, and Afghanistan. Where is the second river that flowed out of the Garden of Eden? Genesis chapter 2 verse 13 says that the name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one which goes around the whole land of Cush. The land of Cush is a term that refers to an ancient kingdom in northern Africa located along the middle course of the Nile. It is also known as Cush or Nubia. Cush is traditionally considered the ancestor of the land of Cush, an ancient territory believed to have been located near the Red Sea. Cush is identified in the Bible with the kingdom of Cush or ancient Sudan. Cush was the son of Ham and a grandson of Noah. He was also the father of Nimrod. The third of the 4 rivers of paradise from the Garden of Eden. Genesis chapter 2 verse 14 says, "The name of the third river is Hiddekel. It is the one which goes toward the east of Assyria." Many sources point to this river as the Tigris River rising from the mountains of Armenia and 15 miles south of the source of the Euphrates River. The Lexics, otherwise known as the Greek Old Testament, identified what Daniel called the Great River with the Tigris in Daniel chapter 10, verse 4. Daniel describes standing on the banks of the Hiddekel River while receiving one of his visions during the time when he was in exile in Babylonia. The Hiddekel River is in the region of ancient Babylonia, which is present-day Iraq. Where is the present-day location of the last river which flows from the Garden of Eden? The 4th river is the Euphrates. It runs parallel to the Tigris and defines vast parts of the Fertile Crescent. The Euphrates River is later mentioned in God's promise to Abraham regarding the land of Israel and is used as one of the defining borders of the Promised Land. We are also told that there was a time when Jewish civilization had spread so far that members of the tribe of Reuben were living along the banks of the Euphrates. If these 4 rivers flowed out from the Garden of Eden, we can interpret these as clues to the actual location of the garden itself. However, the 4 rivers do not flow from one central location, making the exact location of the Garden of Eden impossible to identify. Perhaps the Lord has obscured its location from our world.